Hello, my name is Tracy Eldridge, and I'm going to do my presentation on my appointments with the Writing Center. And I have actually had a couple of appointments with the Writing Center prior to my appointment for the Williams summary. I find using the Writing Center extremely helpful because, for one, they're experts in this area, and two, it's just nice to have a second pair of eyes that can look over your paper and find gaps in your writing and content ideas. You know, when you know the material, a lot of times your mind will bring together a gap because you know what you were trying to say, but the person that's reading your paper doesn't put those together, so they can kind of help find those areas for you. I have used Blackboard Collaborate to make my appointments, which has been awesome. You pick the time that you want. You go onto the little calendar, you pick the time that you want, which I have 2 kids, so I can schedule it during nap time, which is extremely helpful. And then they pull up the paper, so you can see the paper, you can see where they're reading, and they're highlighting sections. And I actually use my laptop to do the appointment, and then on my desktop I have my paper up, so I can look at what they're doing and make edits as we go, and that's been really helpful. They also have you read your paper out loud as you go, which has been really helpful for me because that's like one of those things that I just struggle making myself do, which I'm getting better about, having had all of these Writing Center appointments. So I also like that they have you send your paper and the instructions for the assignment ahead of time. So they've already read through your paper and know what the goal is for your paper. And with papers other than the Williams summaries, they had kind of already, and even with the Williams summaries actually, they had already found areas that they wanted to talk to me about ahead of time. So since you only have the 45 minutes, it's really helpful that they kind of have they know what you want going into the appointment, and they also have some things that they've predetermined that they want to talk to you about. So that's really nice. I also like how they encourage you to come up with the answer in the revision as opposed to just telling you. I will admit the first time I just wanted her to tell me how to rewrite it, but she just kept encouraging me to come up with how would you rewrite it and what do you think sounds good, and kind of encouraged that for me, which was really helpful because it's helped me in editing on my own as well. Specific to the Williams summary, the first time was, they saved me for sure. I would have, there was writing, I really struggled writing behind my sources. I have a tendency to just kind of present the information as it was discussed and then cite that information as opposed to saying, William says to do this and he says to do this. And, at first it's really uncomfortable to write almost every sentence, if not every sentence, using his name or him. So that was really helpful. And making, your subjects the doers and making them flesh and blood characters. So rewriting sentences so that the student or the teacher or the writer is the subject, Williams is the subject, he is the subject. That was really helpful as well. And the helping verbs, should, must, will, things like that, that was really helpful. So all in all, I have had awesome experiences with the Writing Center and do continue to use them for the rest of my time here at Regent.